Setting goals is a great way to help improve your team's confidence and resilience. If you're new here, my name is Karina. I'm a teen confidence coach at KT Confidence Coaching, and I do videos when I help parents and teenagers improve their confidence, self-esteem, tackle down stress and anxiety, and become more organized and motivated in school and at home. So today's video is all about creating goals that you can actually achieve and additional tips to help you really make sure you reach your goals. So there's actually a formula to goal setting, and any Google search will help you find it. If you search for a goal setting formula, you will find this formula, and it's a formula that's called the S.M.A.R.T formula. And I like this formula and I'm going to use it, but oftentimes I find the content about this formula is very business orientated. Well, actually it can be easily applied for life of anybody, but also it can be applied for the life of teenagers to make it better. So I'm going to use this formula and explain you step by step what the S.M.A.R.T formula is. And after that, I'm going to give you some additional tips, 3 additional tips that are going to help you to really stay motivated, stay in your lane, and actually reach these goals you have set for yourself. So as I said, the formula is called S.M.A.R.T, and it's actually going to be used as an acronym. So I'm going to take it, cut it down, and letter by letter explain you what it means and how to use it. S is for specific. To be able to reach your goal, you have to know what it is. So specific means you have to be clear what you want to achieve. You have to make the difference between something that is vague and can be anything and something that is so clear that once you reached it, you know, I reached my goal. So I think you're all familiar with this story of the magical lamp that contains a genie that can grant you 3 wishes. So if you only know the Disney story, you don't actually know the real story. The real story has 2 genies, a nice one and an evil one. And the evil one always twisted the words of the wishes in a way that actually it grants everything wrong to the hero. So that's why you have to be very specific when you create a goal. It's like the wish you're making. Make sure you make the right wish and it's worded properly. For example, I'd like to improve my grades. Okay, but what does it mean, improve your grades? Can you make the difference between I'd like to improve my grades and I'd like to have an average of B in math? This is specific. You want B in math for average. Improving your grade can mean anything. Having a B in math as an average is very specific. So keep that in mind. When you create your goal, make it very specific. M is for measurable. To be sure that you have reached your goal, you have to be able also to see the difference between where you started and where you're at now. So you have to be able to measure the success. So for example, when I told you the example of the B in math, you can definitely calculate what your average is now and what you want it to be when your goal will be reached, and you have a measure there. Some people, they would like, for example, to lose weight. How many kilos? You need to be able to measure that. Or some people would like to pick up running. How far do you want to run? How many kilometers or how long do you want to run? You have a time there. The importance of the measure is that you want to be sure without a doubt that you reached it. That's why you have to have a specific number, preferably a number, that you need to reach. And once this number is in front of your eyes, there is no doubt you reached your goal. A is for achievable. So there is a very simple way to measure if a goal is at the right level. If you reach it too fast, it means it was too easy and you need to reevaluate it. If you never manage to reach it, then it means it's not at your reach. It's way too high and you need to get something that is more at your reach. The important part here is to remember it has to be at your reach, but it has to involve an effort still. You have to make an effort. Setting goals that are too hard are going to actually have the reverse effect. Instead of improving your confidence, they are going to make you feel like it's not worth it because you're not managing anymore. So it is really important that you find the goal that is at the right level for you to reach it with effort, because you have to improve yourself, but at the same time, achievable for you, at your reach. R is for relevant. It has to bring something positive into your life. So ask yourself the following questions. Why do I want to reach this goal? What is it going to bring me? What value will it add to my life? If you want to learn a TikTok choreography, for example, it has two benefits. First, it's going to be good for your confidence when you're able to actually do the choreography. Two, it is actually good for your health because you're practicing a physical activity. So you always have to find what it's going to bring positive in your life. Last but not least, T is for time-bound. What is the best way to beat procrastination? A deadline. There are two ways to calculate a deadline. First of all, you can calculate how long it can take you to reach your goal, and you're going to set the date accordingly. So for example, if you know it's going to take you 3 months to achieve your goal, you're going to put your deadline 3 months from now, and you can work backwards. But if you have a specific date that is imposed to you on when you have to be done, then you pick this date and you make a schedule to make sure it matches the amount of time you have there to actually reach your goal. So this was the part about creating a goal. Now I'm going to give you 3 additional tips on how to reach these goals. Make the goal as appealing and fun as possible. You have to look forward to work on your goal. It has to be exciting, it has to be really appealing, it has to really get you excited and make you want to get started. For example, if your goal is to stop eating junk food, which is a good goal to have, instead of focusing on everything you can't eat anymore, you can start focusing on what you're going to eat now, the new food you're going to discover, the new recipes you're going to try, and make it something positive, appealing, exciting. Find out how committed you are. What are you willing to do in order to reach your goal? Important question. You need to answer it in order to know exactly how committed you are, how much you really want it. It's key for you to know how much you're willing to invest in terms of time, in terms of energy, potentially money, in order to get what you want. Let's talk about accountability. You need to be held accountable and stick to your plan. The best way is to have an accountability buddy. Have you ever been to a shop and told a friend, I'm not buying anything? If you do, you know your friend is going to stop you from buying anything in the shop. That is the same for a goal. If you tell a friend that you're trying to achieve something and you need help, you need support, they are going to be there. They are going to remind you and they are going to ask you how it's going. So find yourself someone reliable that can be your accountability buddy and help you reach your goal. So I hope this video helped you gain clarity on how to create real goals that are easier to actually reach. And most importantly, that the additional tips are going to help you stick to your goals and actually achieve everything you want to achieve. So this was my guide for teenagers, but it can work for anybody, of course, but this is what I do. I do help teenagers. I hope you enjoyed this video, that you found it entertaining and informative. If you want to have more videos like that, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Do not hesitate to share if you think someone else might find it interesting, and I will see you in my next video.